Hello, YouTubers. This is Mike from What Works for Me Aquariums. Thought I'd come on today with an update on my little 13.5 Fluval aquarium. And from what I can tell, and I'm no expert by a long shot, this thing seems to be doing quite well. I decided to check into the parameters, check into the water quality, so forth and so on, to decide to determine whether I'm having any issues, and I'm not. My current parameters are simple. The pH is 8. There's no ammonia, no nitrite. Nitrate is at about 10 parts per million. Calcium is 420. Phosphate is 0.25, which does concern me a bit. And KH is between 100 and 200, which is sadly a little low. And the specific gravity is running at 10.26, where it's supposed to. So overall, other than the phosphate, which may be coming from the water, I think the tank's doing well. It is 120 days old at this point. So just over 3 months, and it's moving along, I think, swimmingly. As you can see, the frags seem to be very healthy. The frag in the left-hand corner, the leather coral, right by the anemone, I had to move it a couple of times. It wasn't very happy, but today, I moved it there last night. Today, it looks like it's doing great. The copper benny shrimp and the clownfish eat quite heartily, and everything else just running like it ought to, as far as I'm concerned. It has been 15 days since my last water change. I understand that generally speaking, that is not a rule of thumb with a nano tank. You're supposed to be changing them weekly and about 25 to 50%. I got to be honest with you. I was preparing water. I was going to do a water change, but considering the parameters, considering the way things look, I'm a little hesitant to go ahead and change water because everything seems to be flowing along like it ought to. Now, I do understand the principle. Don't get me wrong. I understand that in a small tank this size, the possibility of something going wrong can go wrong in an instant and be very devastating, which of course I'd like to avoid. But right this minute, I'm more concerned with the stability of the tank since it is relatively new. And the stability seems to be holding out quite well. I guess I'm taking a bit of a risk by not changing the water as often as I should. But again, I'm not seeing a reason to. Now, something else I've noticed is that there are a number of other YouTubers who have nano tanks that have been saying the same thing. They've not changed water in quite some time, some of them for months, and nothing seems to be harming the aquarium. Let me tell you one actual tip, and you probably already understand. Most every aquarium, whether it be saltwater or freshwater, understands that you're not supposed to overfeed the animals. Because obviously it produces far more waste. Secondly, a lot of the food's not eaten and it becomes waste, and so now you're going to have problems with nitrates and phosphates and various other things that can cause imbalances in the aquarium. So what I've learned to do, especially here, the overall aquarium I don't think needs feeding. The coral, I understand how they eat. They develop it within their own bodies, and so I'm not really feeding them. I feed the clownfish and I feed the shrimp. And I actually sort of hand feed them, so to speak. I use a little eyedropper. I put the frozen food in it, and when I put it in the water, the clownfish will actually come up and eat it. So will the shrimp. I was rather surprised. I use forceps to feed him a pair of tweezers, and I'll hold a chunk down there. And boy, he'll come running up there and attack the forceps and then take the food and run away. It's kind of neat to watch. Likewise, I also occasionally feed the anemone a piece of krill. So we're moving along. As far as feeding goes, I only feed what I actually watch them eat. I will stop the minute they stop and show no more interest in eating, it's over. The Bennett shrimp seems to be one piece, seems to be his limit. Now the clownfish will eat quite a lot. I say quite a lot. He'll eat several pieces, and I only ever feed the anemone one piece. So what you're seeing right now is a result, I think, first off, of keeping the water clean, as clean can be without a lot of invasive tactics. Almost no food at all, very little waste. The bio load is very small on this aquarium. Has to be small aquarium. Now, I am making plans. I have a 35-gallon tank here in the room that you can't see, right? That's not on camera. And I'm going to convert it from the freshwater planted tank that it is. I'm going to move the inhabitants of this tank into that one, just make it bigger. I've already got the rock coming, and I'm pretty happy, pretty excited about doing it. I've got this little small sump and the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to really do up a bigger, stronger reef. But our suggestion was to leave this alone and allow it to be used as a small frag tank, which I may very well use as well. So anyway, guys, that is the current update. 120 days, going strong. Only ever had one small issue. That was back a couple of months ago when I had nitrite and ammonia shoot up. But it was taken care of with a water change, and everything seems to be rolling along fine ever since then. I'm wondering, and I'm going to keep close monitor on how far I can push the water change thing. I don't want to kill anything. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to abuse them, but I am trying to determine whether it's quite as necessary as everybody seems to think. I understand why you do it. I understand the concepts, but at the same time, as you see, without one, it seems to be doing well anyhow. So please leave comments if you have something. I want to thank all those who have subscribed to my channel. I appreciate all the clicks and the likes and everything else. Keep watching, some of you maybe are watching excitedly to find out how well this does. I may be watching out of morbid curiosity to see my video that says, oh my God, it all crashed. But one way or the other, watch away. That's what I'm here for. If you have any questions, if anything you want to comment or want to say, just put it in the comment section. I'll be glad to help you out. And if I see the questions, I'll be trying to answer them. Anyway, that's the tank for now. So as we go along here, I will be keeping you up, and maybe I'll wait another couple of weeks before I need to do another video. But anyway, thanks again, and have a good day.